Well, hello and welcome back, my bottle language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the bottle language guy, and welcome to the Jesus Enrique Rosas show. This is the number what? I lost count. I always lose count of this. It's a good thing, right? Episode 74. It's so close. So close. I thought it was 73. No, that was yesterday. Remember that we are live on YouTube, on X, and on Rumble as well. And if you have a Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Amazon Music or iHeartRadio, you will be able to watch and download my show whenever you listen to your podcast. So we're ready to begin. The lovely live chat, my greatest, this heart and soul of this show is the live chat. Your comments. If I'm gonna keep an eye on your comments, I see a comment that should be highlighted mid-show, I will highlight it and I will comment it. Rest assured, I will. And of course, remember to keep the comments respectful, no matter if you agree or disagree with what I say here. That's okay. And also, don't forget to now download my 100 body language tips completely for free in the description of this video, and that way you will be subscribed to my awesome emails. Good day, Jesus Nation, says Cindy B. We're about to begin. I'm going to check that every single system is okay. Of course, there was one thing that I did not have on my screen. I'm looking for it right now. It is my trusty clock to keep everything on time. We got 2 hours of show ahead, around 9 or 10 topics. It's gonna be a bit overkill, but yeah, we are here to make waves. We are here to break records. And first thing that we're gonna start with is a recount of what has been happening these 2 weeks, and who better than Caroline Leavitt, press secretary of Donald Trump, to break it down in a little bit more than 90 seconds. Here we go.
We are 2 weeks in, and President Trump is already delivering big wins for the American people. Let's go through the facts. On the border, President Trump declared a national emergency, deployed the military, ended catch and release, and reinstated Remain in Mexico. And already, illegal crossings are down 95%. We are resuming construction of the border wall, and Colombia's president is now offering his own plane for deportation of illegal Colombian immigrants. On the economy and energy, President Trump unleashed American energy, declared a national energy emergency, and killed Joe Biden's radical electric vehicle mandate. Wall Street is booming, AI investments skyrocketed to $500 billion, and there's $20 billion flowing into U.S. data centers across our country. President Trump is restoring law and order. He labeled the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and he is deporting criminal illegal aliens, and he signed the Laken Riley Act into law. Draining the swamp, President Trump signed more than 45 executive orders. DEI has been purged from the government and our military, and lazy federal workers have been ordered back to the office. And when it comes to free speech and transparency, President Trump took 12 times more press questions than Joe Biden did in a week, reinstated 440 silenced journalists to the press room, and ended government censorship. Promises made, promises kept, and we're just getting started.
If all goes according to plan, maybe they will invite me to be there in the press room to ask the fire questions, and maybe to entertain a bit, because that's essentially what I do. I was thinking there's so much stuff, especially the DEI. Oh, Jesus, you're getting too MAGA. You're full MAGA, putting all this up front in your show. But Trump is doing what every other country should be doing, especially with the DEI stuff. I was looking at some DEI stats, what has been going on, and in other countries, and it's still we're gonna be talking about DEI, the extent of the DEI. Let's say infection in today's show as well. But let's say that the first thing that we're going to address, the first topic that we're going to address has to do with something missing. Has to do with something missing that we don't know. Well, sometimes I miss my keys. I sometimes lose my keys or lose my remote control. Jesus, but you said that you don't watch TV. No, I mean that when I'm playing video games, like the remote control of the TV for my Xbox. But I want to understand. I want to understand. We have a couple of things to say about Ukraine. The first one is that I want to understand, how do you lose track of $100 billion? I mean, of the 174 billion with a B of Bravo, 174 billion, only 74 billion, Zelensky knows where it is. 100 billion are missing, unaccounted for. How does that happen? How exactly does that happen? I don't know, what was he gambling on meme coins and crypto or something like that? I don't understand. We have some news. Trump, we are telling Ukraine, by the way, they have a very valuable rare earth. You know, this material that it could be interesting, especially for all the advancements in technology that we are going to see in the following 5 years, thanks to AI and improving AI. Is going to be like this virtuous cycle. We want what we put in it to go into terms of a guarantee. We want a guarantee. We're handing them money hand over fist. Well, it's has been, you already know the amount that we are talking about and how come there's so much unaccounted for. But let's hear this from the man himself.
We're telling Ukraine they have very valuable rare earth. We want what we put up to go in terms of a guarantee. We want a guarantee. We're handing them money hand over fist. We're giving them equipment. European is not keeping up with us. They should equalize. And look, we have an ocean in between. They don't. It's more important for them than it is for us. But they're way below us in terms of money. And they should be paying at least equal. They should really be paying much more than us. But
yeah, but Europe, you know that the problem with Europe has its own problems that they brought upon themselves. We have to be clear about that, but more on that in a minute.
Let's say equal to us, and they're billions and billions of dollars below. So we're looking to do a deal with Ukraine where they're going to secure what we're giving them with their rare earth and other things.
Yeah, because you have like this exchange, right? Okay, we can help you. We can help you with your war. Meanwhile, we figure out how to end this war that shouldn't have started in the first place. But there has to be like something, you know, in exchange for that. And that sounds fair, right? Or at least for me, sounds fair because, well, one thing is for certain, that war should end like yesterday. That is important. Clandestine, now that Trump is in office and the charade is over, Zelensky admits he did not receive over 100 billion of our tax dollars. He says he does not know where all the money is. Like literally, he does not know where all the money is. What? Meaning Ukraine was a massive money laundering operation and the Biden regime never actually cared. We have, his words and some captions for you that are listening. I'm going to, if you're listening, I will try to paraphrase and summarize what he is saying in Ukrainian.
Дивіться, я коли чую, і раніше чув, і сьогодні ми чуємо від Сполучених Штатів Америки, що Америка дала Україні.
Okay, we are listening from Mr. Trump that the United States gave us 177 my mistake. It was not 174. It was 177 billion dollars to be more precise. And then
сотні мільярдів. 177, якщо сказати більш точно. Така звучала точна цифра, яку підтримували або
That's what the exact figure sounded like, but give or take, right? You know, it's rounding up. You could say 175 billion, no big deal, right? Couple billions here, couple billions there. But not to worry, not to worry. We're talking about how many figures is that? Is that I lost track of how many figures is that? It's like 10 figures, no more. It's quite big number.
Голосував Конгрес, тощо різні організації. Дивіться, я як президент воюючої країни вам говорю, ми
we received just over 75. How? No, this is the worst. This is the worst. How? You know, there are things called accountants. Maybe your accountant can call my accountant and ask him, where did you wire the remaining 100 billion with a B? Can you send me a screenshot of the wire transfer so I can check with my bank to figure out where are those what?
отримали більше 75. Тобто 100 мільярдів з цих 177 або 200 говорять на...
He's serious, right? He is speaking totally serious. And, some people even claim that we have received 200 billion. Oh, no, we have never received them. What is this? This is like when somebody asks you for... I don't know, help me through WhatsApp, and you wire them like a couple $100 and I never received them, but your bank tells you don't have the money anymore. So the money must be in money limbo or something like that.
Навіть деякі люди ми ніколи не отримували. І це важливо. Бо ми говоримо про конкретні речі, бо ми отримували це не грошима, а зброєю.
Okay, we didn't get it with money, with the weapons. That is even more terrifying because it's not a wire transfer that went missing. It's 100 billion in weapons that are unaccounted for. How do you lose track of, I don't know, well, with 1,000 coffee cups in the military, of the United States military, well, I wouldn't be surprised that it's really easy to get to 100 billion and also lose track of 100 billion. We're going to be talking about USAID in a minute.
Зброї отримали на 70 з чимось мільярдів. Є навчання, тренування, є додатковий транспорт, є...
Baby powder as well, it's talking about the transport, the weapons, all that is money. Baby powder and baby oil, both things that are essential, right?
А не тільки ціну на зброю були гуманітарні програми, соціальні тощо. Але коли говорять, що Україна під час війни отримала 200 мільярдів на підтримку армії тощо, це неправда.
It's not true. So he's saying that this is bullshit. They never received. I don't know. We have the receipts from Congress, and he says that he never received that. So somebody is lying. Somebody's lying, and I don't want to advance any conclusion here, but I don't know. Whoever has the receipts, well, that's a strong way to prove that you did or did not wire or send $100 billion in weaponry or transportation or baby powder or whatever. I still want to know, what do you think about $100 billion missing in the comments? Let me see your live chat right now. The live chat is on fire. You're saying all sorts of things, and I don't blame you. This is outrageous. And I know that we will be finding out much, much more things under Elon Musk's investigation. And by the way, today is the video about USAID. My channel is trending on YouTube right now. But we need to keep talking about USAID because we're just getting started with this rabbit hole. Jem Psaki suggests Elon Musk targeted USAID because he was uncomfortable with how the agency combated corruption. You know that they cannot do anything about this. Elon Musk and his team of geniuses are going to go, well, all the way to the bottom of the barrel of what the government of the United States have been wasting, spending, giving away money, burning money like mad in all these crazy things. And USAID has been one of the most criminal projects, I don't know how to call it, in the history of humankind. So as I've told you on X, you can follow me on X as well. Okay, people are horrified of the amount of dollars that we're talking about, but imagine when we get to the blood spilled by this program. Well, but the media spin doesn't get worse than this. What did she say? Oh, Jen, you're trying to have a career. There are other ways to do this. There are other ways to do this.
Elected best friend, Elon Musk. His latest target was the United States Agency for International Development. And that agency is the one that not only leads on humanitarian assistance around the world.
We already know what we call about humanitarian. It's not a charity. It's just a facade to, well, CIA interests. Ah, my God.
But also works to combat corruption and foreign aid programs. It's a big part of what they do.
No.
I kind of see how that could make Elon Musk a bit uncomfortable. So what do you think he did?
You are the one who sounds uncomfortable. You're breaking your words, like stopping your words like very abruptly.
You may already know. Well, he removed 2 of the top leaders of the organization who wouldn't do his bidding over the weekend.
Well, no, they removed themselves. Like they essentially went running. They scrambled away.
And then overnight, last night, employees received an email ordering them not to come into the office today. They weren't given a reason or any sort of rationale. They were basically just told not to show up. Many were even blocked from the system and locked out of their email accounts. We're also
Yeah, it's important so they cannot, it would be useless if they try to delete things because all would be on the server of the institution. Even if you have a corporate account, if you delete your emails, there will still be a copy. There's something that you have to know, by the way. For every email that has been sent in the history of humankind, there are 2 copies somewhere. So even if you delete emails, don't worry. Those even the spam emails, there are always going to be 2 copies of every email sent by every human ever somewhere. So yeah, there are copies of all that somewhere.
Also seeing something similar happening in the Treasury Department. In the last few days, Elon Musk and his DOGE pals have been granted access to the federal payment system that handles paychecks to federal workers, Social Security checks, tax refunds, and basically incredibly sensitive personal information about anyone who gets those payments. This takeover is also happening across the Office of Personnel Management, where Musk has...
I don't know, but somebody must have had access before Elon Musk to that. So that she's just complaining that Elon Musk has access to that right now himself and his DOGE pals. That is catchy. Good one, Jen.
Has gained unprecedented access to federal human resources databases that house sensitive personal information about millions of federal employees. And I'm going to talk with the reporter who broke that story today about what else he's learned later in the show.
Okay, so we have that, and we also have that there's an urgency to get to the bottom of this. And Marco Rubio has been very clear about what is the future of USAID, because we need to know, where are we going? Is this going to be reformed? Is this going to be restructured? Is this going to be refocused? Or is it going to be absorbed by the Department of State?
And now the head of USAID. The head of DOGE, Elon Musk, called USAID a criminal organization and added that it is time for it to die. Do you agree with that?
They have basically evolved into an agency that believes that they're not even a U.S. government agency. that they are a global charity, that they take the taxpayer money and they spend it as a global charity, irrespective of whether it is in the national interest or not in the national interest. One of the most common complaints you will get if you go to embassies around the world from State Department officials and ambassadors and the like is USAID is not only not cooperative, they undermine the work that we're doing in that country.
So it's like they're messing around. They're messing around whenever they can control or, let's say, sway the narrative and the actual happenings in some direction that somebody we don't know is dictating, like inside the CIA, because that is the problem, is the lack of transparency of all the money that has been sent and for what reason. For what are the intentions?
They are supporting programs that upset the host government for whom we're trying to work with on a broader scale and so forth. So they're completely unresponsive. They just don't consider that they work for the U.S. They just think they're a global entity and that their master is the globe and not the United States. And that's not what the statute says, and that's not sustainable.
Can it be reformed or does it need to die?
Well, that was always the goal, was to reform it. But now we have rank insubordination. Now we have basically an active effort where their basic attitude is we don't work for anyone. We work for ourselves.
Yeah, imagine that. We work for ourselves. They're trying to, oh no, you can't touch us. You can't do anything about us. And you know that in all this spending, all this money has been wasted. There are crazy stories. I'm preparing like more topics on this because more things are coming to light every day. Aesthetica talked to a friend who has connections within the Democratic Party, and he said the level of panic over Trump and Elon shutting down USAID is unlike anything he's ever seen. This is music to my ears. By following the money, DOGE has struck a killing blow to the heart of the Democrat deep state machine. And what's more, this is Mace, one of my favorite accounts of an X. I just stumbled on a ProPublica site with a tool built in that allows you to see the money wasted by USAID and Department of Defense on failed projects in Afghanistan up until 2015. So you can go to ProPublica to check that out. But I was checking some of this screenshots that Mace has in his account. This melting firing range in Afghanistan costs U.S. taxpayer nearly $500,000. And you would say, why is it melting? Well, it's because it was made of sand. A firing range made of sand that is melting costs $500,000 to make, among other things. Kabul's winter blanket. The Tarakil power plant was commissioned in 2007 as a backup generator for the capital in case electricity, blah, blah, blah. But I think that Mace, USAID spent $300 million on a diesel fuel power plant that just sat there because Afghans can't afford to import diesel. Between 300 and 500 million on a dam that was deemed too unsafe to use. 250 million on a partial road that deteriorated, and millions on healthcare facilities that don't exist. This is crazy. This is the things that we are just the tip of the iceberg. Like USAID is just the tip of the iceberg that has been happening, and this is why we're about to talk about that. They have put like all these threats on Elon Musk and these kids. They're basically kids. With kids who are doing the work of finding out all this spending, because there's so much of out there that you need AI to help you sort through all this shenanigans. But I would like to know what you think about this, and what do you think that the United States should do with USAID in the comments. Let me see your live chat. I'm so angry to learn about the deep corruption within USAID. I think deep is an understatement. A Catskill hillbilly. Deep is an understatement. This is something that goes way, way beyond what anybody could have imagined at any point. Beyond anything that anybody could imagine. And this is a thing that when it comes to actual threats. We're talking about actual threats on the Dodge Pulse, as Jem Psaki called them, Dodge Pulse. Meet Jared May, an assistant media technician at Boston University. Jared called for Dodge employees to be essentially terminated, but not in a professional way, but in the Schwarzenegger way, terminated. Boston University received millions of dollars in federal funding. Perhaps Dodge should look into it. And this is, I find it baffling, but of course the guy, he's got a Blue Sky account. You know that the scum of the earth is on Blue Sky, on Reddit, and I'm sometimes on LinkedIn as well. I mean, when you see LinkedIn, Blue Sky, and Reddit, you like Instagram and TikTok are basically, Harvard University, but nowadays I can't even say Harvard University. But Jared, the man carrying out Musk's coup, and he doxed them, and he put some kind of bounty for them, wanted for treason. What kind of treason? How can this be treason if they are actively working for the government? Jared, why? Why are you doing? Why is no? This is unacceptable. We made him famous. Well, not me really. I'm just talking about him. But you can see his face. I'm pretty sure that he already scrubbed all his socials. I hope that somebody takes care of his doggo because he's going to jail. But most probably this guy is going to jail. He's definitely going to jail. Jared, you mess up. You mess up. And Elon Musk himself tweeted he has committed a crime. He has committed a crime with that threat. So maybe they can make an example of him. They can make an example of Jared, so nobody begins fooling around with that kind of stuff. And Lips of TikTok was tagging Eagle Ed Martin. We're going to find out who is Eagle Ed Martin. We see, what do you say the odds of Eagle Ed Martin seeing this? I believe the odds are improving that Eagle Ed Martin may see it, and he is an attorney that took to heart defending the Dodge Pulse, Elon Musk and his Dodge Pulse. Edwin R. Martin Jr., United States Attorney, District of Columbia. This was a letter to Mr. Elon Musk at Dodge. It was good to work with the Dodge team this weekend. We must keep all our American government employees safe, and we must protect the American people's property. Anyone imperiling others violating our laws. I recognize that some of the staff of Dodge has been targeted publicly. At this time, I ask that you utilize me and my staff to assist in protecting the Dodge work and the Dodge workers. Any threats, confrontations, or other actions in any way that impact their work may break numerous laws. That's what attorneys are for. Let me assure you of this. We will pursue any and all legal action against anyone who impedes your work or threatens your people. We will not act like the previous administration who looked the other way as the Antifa and BLM rioters, as well as thugs with guns, trash our capital city. We will protect Dodge and other workers no matter what. This is how you say the thing. This is the way that you state the things. One last warning for you. Late last week, we indicted an economist who worked at the Fed for economic espionage for the Communist Party of China as well. And the letter continues, but you get the idea. So also there's whiz kids, all these brilliant kids are protected by government security. So I'm sure that they will be fine, and they will be ripping out, completely destroying, deconstructing. I don't know what is the verb here. Whatever the government of the United States was doing up to this point. We also have this, Press Secretary Leavitt. Elon is a special government employee. For family and friends that insist that Elon is not a government employee. Well, he is a special government employee. I can confirm, says Leavitt, that Elon is a special government employee. I can also confirm that he has abided by all applicable federal laws. He is not breaking any laws with what he's doing with DOGE. But you know that the deep state is worried. I mean, when they find out all the things that USAID is nothing. USAID is nothing, and yes, we will be talking about Fauci in a minute as well. Schumer, my God, but we have an overdose of Chuck Schumer this week already. Schumer on DOGE, a shadow government just took over the federal government. Oh my God, what is this, Chuck? What is this? Go and take care of your grandkids, man. You're too old for this stuff already.
Now, Mr. President, before our very eyes, an unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover of the federal government.
This is incredibly hypocritical. Like a shadow government is taking out our shadow government. This is like a Babylon Bee headline. Like we are worried that a shadow government is trying to topple our shadow government.
Friday night, the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, led by billionaire Elon Musk, gained
Yeah, you had to say that he is a billionaire, right? You had to say that he's a billionaire.
access to the Treasury Department's entire system of payments, including Social Security and Medicare benefits and Americans' tax refunds. I'll say more on this in a moment. But that was not all. This weekend, DOGE staffers also executed what can only be described as an illegal seizure of the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID.
Yeah, they are scared.
We don't know who these DOGE staffers are. We don't know if they have security clearances. We don't know what legal authority they have to access USAID facilities, if
They have all the authority.
any. But we do know a few things.
Let me
First,
know.
we know USAID has been completely ripped apart.
Oh, that is great. That's great news. Chuck Schumer giving us great news. USAID has been completely ripped apart. Yes.
Its offices are closed. Its contracts have been broken.
Nice.
Funding for its programs, which protect American interests around the world, have been halted.
Interests.
And Secretary Rubio said in an interview that he's been named the acting administrator and that they are, quote, reviewing and potentially reorganizing USAID, unquote.
I think I sincerely they just need to keep track of everything, take note of everything, back up everything what has not been destroyed before the people left the office. And once you get backup of everything, have taken notice of everything, just I don't know, put all that on a box and disinfect the whole facility and just dismantle USAID and just say that, well, it is no more. USAID is no more.
But who's he kidding? There's virtually nothing left of USAID to review. Even the life-saving assistance he claims are exempt are not moving.
No, none of that are moving. And he also said, I'm going to summarize this for you. He also said that what's him stopping from going to the IRS next? And I say, that sounds like a plan. But after you're done with the government, with the USAID, you can, he will absolutely go. Because, yeah, it's the Department of Government Efficiency. So it has the prerogative to look for anything, any kind of bad spending everywhere. That's why you need whiz kids, these geniuses, to use this technology to be able to look for everything everywhere at the same time. And they're doing this not in months, not in weeks, but in days. And it's wonderful to see. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. Let me see the live chat. Oh my God! It's called an audit. Yeah, they're doing an audit. This is plain and simple. Plain and simple. Oh my God. It comes a time that we need to talk about certain figure, certain person that here it comes. It was inevitable. It was promised in the headline. It was promised in the title, in the headline of this live at some point. We need to talk about, the confirmation of some conspiracies that we were shamed in so many ways. I mean, I've said this many times. One of my favorite videos, one of the best videos that I've ever made was my video on Anthony Fauci's experiments, including, of course, the plague. You know what we're talking about. And I'm still very proud of that video, but I was attacked from all sides. How can you say that? No, the virus just appeared in nature. That was not a laugh leak. Well, conspiracy theorists rejoice, but this one was true. Holy smokes! Fauci's NIAID and USAID sent over $40 million in U.S. taxpayer support to a scientist in Wuhan who was working on, wait for it, bat coronavirus emergence research, who also became patient zero for COVID-19. Oh, no, that's what are the odds of that? Like 1 in a trillion gazillion? I don't know. I'm not that good with such brutal numbers. But what I do know that 2 + 2 is 4. And we all knew this from the start. We all knew this from 2020. Everybody knew this. But if you dare to say anything about this in any way, you would be canceled. Your account's deleted. You ostracized from society, everything. Oh, no, you can't do that. Elon Musk tweeted, did you know that USAID, using your tax dollars, funded bioweapon research, including, but not limited to, COVID-19 that killed millions of people? It has just been confirmed. Now you understand. Now you understand why Joe Biden pardoned this fucker. That's the only reason why. He knew that when they began, rummaging through the paperwork, they were going to realize that, this guy, remember, from January 1st, 2014, up until, whatever that he did, this has to be drained. This has to be drained. USAID funneled $53 million to EcoHealth Alliance, will then use U.S. taxpayer funds to support gain-of-function research on coronaviruses at the Wuhan lab, research that likely led to the creation of COVID-19. Many of you already know my opinion on gain-of-function research. I think that humanity has had bad ideas. We have had bad ideas. It's like, I don't know, there's many bad ideas. In that Fauci video, I always, I mention dangling baby cages, cages that you put outside of your window in your apartment so your baby could play on that cage dangling from the window. We've had that kind of ideas. But gain-of-function research, beats them all. Who in their right mind would say, hey, you know what? Let's not work on the current parasites and viruses and illnesses and cancer. No, that is boring. Let's fund research and development of highly infectious and dangerous and lethal pathogens that are way more different and more, I don't know, it's dangerous than whatever exists right now. Let's create new viruses. Let's build new parasites. Let's engineer prions, or what is the name of the mad cow disease? I don't remember. But you know the idea. That let's create better monsters instead of fighting the monsters that are right now. It's it is like I don't know if you watch Attack on Titan. Because you're watching Attack on Titan. Instead of fighting the Titans, you know what we should do? Try to figure out how to create bigger and more dangerous Titans. That makes sense. Nobody would watch that. Nobody would have passed the first episode of that. That doesn't make sense. That is stupid and plain. That is, I would say, retarded. But you know, that is the big difference between being, naive and have actual malice. Hanlon's razor, never, you can confuse sometimes imbecility for malice and vice versa. No, this is malice. This is malice. This is people trying to play God. And when people try to play God, these are the consequences. Millions of people die. And when we call them out, because we run the numbers and we look at the data and we look at the research and we say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't look like right. It's like, for example, the shots should not be able to, stop spreading the. You're not gonna catch COVID. No, that's not how that works. So many lies are getting exposed. Let me get this straight. Fauci's NIAID and USAID sent over $40 million in U.S. taxpayer support to a scientist in Wuhan who was working on bad coronavirus emergence research, who also became the patient zero. No, man, this is way too much. And you remember, Senator Rand Paul, USAID funded Fauci's mad science. You remember him, how he grilled Fauci over and over again. And Fauci, lied over and over again.
Dr. Fauci, do you still support funding of the NIH funding of the lab in Wuhan?
Senator Paul, with all due respect, you are entirely and completely incorrect that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain of function research.
You know that the gal that you needed to speak in that way and just openly and blatantly lie to Senator Rand Paul's face like that, and have that face like, okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get my ass covered because of my very, very corrupted friends out there in the swamp. I mean, I am glad that President Trump removed his security detail that was funded by taxpayers as well. And you can imagine that Fauci made a ton of money with those suggestions and all that pushing of the treatment with Big Pharma. So, it's not like he's going to lack the private security nowadays. But one thing is for certain. He will live the rest of his life, kind of, let's say, like looking over his shoulder, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are really mad at him. A lot of people. So maybe he can, I don't know, retreat to a bunker. Oh no, I have a better idea. Maybe he can retreat to a biolab and lock himself in and do not escape the biolab, but make sure that the biolab actually works, not the one that not like the one in Wuhan. But this is just insane. We are discovering so many things, and the scope of the truth that we will find out is it's going to be very upsetting for many people. It's upsetting for me, and when I see all this. But again, I would like to know, what do you think about all this and about Anthony Fauci in the comments. Let me see your live chat. So they made a virus, made lockdown, and while doing that, transfer wealth to themselves, making their network grow 2 or 3 times. Was the opportunity of a lifetime to make money for Big Pharma. They made all the money. This is something that is, by the way, if we already have a confirmation. We already have a confirmation that RFK Jr. was approved by the committee of the Senate, so he can move on to a vote by the whole Senate floor. So things are going nice. Obviously, every Democrat voted against, every Republican, that is great, voted for him. We're expecting him to be confirmed because you know what is going to happen what is going to happen if he is not confirmed. You know what's going to happen if he is not confirmed. If you want to, if you want to, oh, but maybe we can give Anthony Fauci the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to show you this. It's going to be quite triggering. This is from Representative Nancy Mace. This is not a joke. The NIH and other government agencies have spent $10 million injecting animals with hormones and performing surgeries to mimic gender transitions on puppies. On puppies. I don't know if puppies or rats or not, but they're torturing animals. And it gets worse. They're drugging animals to see how aroused they get. Your tax dollars hard at work. We're opening the book on this insanity. This is horrific. This is, there are also some experiments that he did on puppies. I'm not going to repeat them in here. But look for that. Look for my video on my channel. You will. It's very easy. Look for Anthony Fauci Body Language Guide. You will find it immediately. Very easy to find. Yeah, the beagles. Yeah, we're talking about the beagles, Margaret. We're talking about the beagles. That was horrific. I don't want to repeat that. But let's talk about another. I'm not gonna say that word. Wait a second. Okay, breaking. We have breaking news, by the way. Now that we're talking about Big Pharma, breaking, the stocks of both vaccine manufacturers, Pfizer and Moderna, immediately crashed after RFK Jr.'s nomination advanced towards the Senate. Great. Oh my God. They know they're in, oh, I'm in danger. It's like that, the Simpsons meme as well. Oh, I'm in danger. They know that. They know that. And you know who else is in danger? Anybody who is in the United States illegally. And that is the topic that we needed to address right now. It's going to be addressed many times in the following weeks, or even months, because, well, illegals, seems that they don't stand a chance, and they're exposing themselves, not only on social media, but with initiatives like actual protests in the streets. I'm assuming that those are illegals, right? Because why would you protest with Mexican flags? Most of them are using Mexican flags for some reason. Ali Beth, explain it to me like I'm 5. Why are protesters burning the flag of the country they don't want to leave, the United States? They're burning the United States flag in these protests while waving the flag of the country in which they don't want to live. Because, yeah, oh yeah, it's like this meme. I have to. Better than this meme is. There's no way to explain it better than this meme. This was shared by Doc Z. Mexican pride, make America Mexico again. Fuck you, putos. Viva Mexico. Okay, buddy, back to Mexico you go then. If you love Mexico so much, oh my God, no, this is unfair. Don't send me to Mexico. Oh my OMG, no, my life is ruined. Yeah, this is spot on. This is, you know what? How this works? How exactly does this work? You should be just keeping your head down and be grateful that a country received you and is giving you the opportunity to work hard and send money to your family back in Mexico. You should be grateful of that. And while you are that, you should, try to regularize your situation. But no, let's go. I don't know who are the morons protesting this, blocking traffic. I mean, of all the protests that I could imagine, I don't know what is worse. If those that block traffic or those that enter museum art or art galleries or museums to throw paint onto works of art. I mean, I would say the security of these art galleries and museums are to blame as well, because you would be too stupid to see somebody with a backpack and check the backpack and notice that they have paint. You already know what they're going to do. So it's a bit stupid, right? That happening. But the blocking the traffic is something that upsets me the most. I don't like to be blocked by anybody in any way. You know, when I want to get things done, I do them. And blocking traffic is something that, what if, the same question that everybody's going to ask, what if somebody has an emergency? What if somebody has an emergency and they actually try to stop the traffic? You are going through. You're not supporting the illegals. You're not supporting the illegals. You're not supporting the illegals. What does it say here? The what? This whole system is rotten and illegitimate. Then why don't you leave? If the whole U.S. system is rotten and illegitimate, then why don't you leave? If it's so bad for you, if that's your opinion, why don't you leave the United States? Go. Yeah, go away. What are you doing? This must be, oh my God, this is a Cybertruck in there. As a Cybertruck spotted. It's strange that they are not attacking. Oh, that's Elon Musk's car. That is so stupid. That's that the blocking the traffic that should never happen. And props to these drivers because they're actually civilized. Like, nice. They're very civilized people. Because I cannot imagine if somebody cuts me off like this on the street. I mean, at the same time, is this? Oh yeah, they are. This is in California, right? Fuck's sake, yeah, of course. All right, we also have this live happening now in Los Angeles, California, because California police or Los Angeles police are releasing people rioting against ICE mass deportations. So the police are acting like they catch these people rioting, and then they release them without not telling anybody. So many rioters are in zip ties and handcuffs. Watch as the police walk tons of rioters over and release them one by one. They're not going to detain, to arrest them, do anything to them, because you know how things work in California, and especially in Los Angeles. Oh, no big deal. Oh, you were rioting. Oh, you're free to go. Oh, you were protesting. Oh, you're free to go. Oh, you were blocking traffic. Oh, you're free to go. Oh, you were blocking an ambulance was carrying somebody who needed urgent attention. Oh, you're free to go as well. No big deal. No. Yesterday, the mayor of LA backed the protesters. Oh my God, this is what a shithole. What a shithole. That is an actual shithole. That is I don't know how to put that in other words. Yeah, you're free to go. What kind of law is that? And that's why that's what you vote for. And I know that so many of you in my channel, I know that so many of you don't like all this leftard nonsense happening. That's right. Oh yeah, they stole the elections, but maybe, I don't know, maybe if everybody gets invested in this, I think at some point it's like what they say about the third term of Trump. Trump's the third term. Not third term, but this term, third attempt at being a president, is that Biden was a necessary evil. Like, people had to realize how good they were under Trump after comparing it with Biden and Kamala as well. So Trump going back right now, okay, something, I know that all that has happening in California once, all that has happened in New York, maybe we are at the gates of big changes in here. I hope that we are at the gates of big changes, and well, they get serious. They get serious, especially when people realize, it seems like the federal government through ICE is making our streets safer. Oh, but we cannot say that, because then we will be racist if we say that. We will be xenophobic if we say that. We cannot say that. Oh no, we're gonna be racist. We cannot afford to sound racist. Oh no, there's people are gonna be fed up at some point, and they're going to vote Republican the next time. They're gonna vote full MAGA hats. They're gonna go full MAGA hats, because this cannot be sustained. This is unsustainable. It's that simple. And nothing that is unsustainable, unless people don't register to vote. But I think that is the first thing. Register people that want a change. But you know how you change things? Voting. So if you're not registered, make sure that you're registered, and bring a couple of friends to register as well. But I would like to know what you think about this nonsense in the comments as well. Where's my live chat? Where's the live chat? Yeah, racist. Oh, that is racist. You can't do that. You cannot say that. You cannot express that way. We are talking about Biden. Oh my God, Joe Biden. I thought that I was not going to analyze Biden anymore, but somehow today, okay, this is breaking news. The Boston University employee who basically called to put a bounty on the DOGE employees' heads was just scrubbed from the site of the University of Boston University. You know how it is. Oh, we have nothing to do with him. We have nothing to do with him. Oh, all right. But we need to talk about Biden. We need to talk about Biden once more. My God, this guy. We're going to talk about that book that he's going to eventually write, and nobody's going to read. Weaponization in violation of the Fourth Amendment. Biden, the Joe Biden, ordered the IRS and Department of Justice to access the bank accounts of every American with AI in real time. So if you're American and you have a bank account, then your bank account was accessed without your permission because of, I don't know, reasons, with the help of AI, because Biden or his puppet masters said so. The system allows for targeting of enforcement based on political affiliation at any time automatically, so they can contrast your presence online and your opinions online with your bank accounts to, I don't know, maybe freeze your assets or something. Let's hear this. Is it muted?
Is that the IRS, in fact, has been using AI to access bank accounts of American citizens without any kind of a search warrant or even without any specific claim that they have committed a crime. So this was something that was discovered by an undercover journalist, and what they found is that the IRS has claimed that they have access to every single person's bank account. This person also indicated that they've been working with the Department of Justice and that they have absolutely no problem whatsoever going after the little guy to make sure that they are paying their taxes. This is such a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment that we have, Jim Jordan and I sent a letter to the IRS demanding that they provide additional information about what they are doing with AI and what they are doing to protect the civil rights of American citizens.
So I'm pretty sure that doesn't apply to the illegals, right? I'm pretty sure that doesn't apply to illegals, but they wanted to be absolutely sure that you paid your taxes. I don't know. I'm confused about this. Doesn't the IRS already know what you owe in taxes? Doesn't the IRS already know? I don't know. That's my question. It's like that meme of the guy asking the IRS, how much do I owe you? Oh, you have to find out for yourself. All right, but you do know how much I owe you, right? Yeah, but again, you have to find out for yourself. And why don't you tell me how much I owe you and just pay that? And the IRS would say, because fuck you, that's why. And what happens if I don't know, miscalculate what I owe you? Well, you go to jail. The meme goes like that way, but it's nonsensical. The IRS already knows how much you owe, but it's somehow they are recurring. As I'm telling you, AI, artificial intelligence, can be used in a number of ways. Can be used to create memes. Very good for creating memes. To search for, all this stupid spending of the government, of USAID, of all these contracts. That is nice. But it can also be weaponized to know what do you have in your bank account, how many bank accounts do you have, what are your movements, everything. How much information have they been handling all this time? That is massive. And how can they contrast it with, of course, your Facebook account? Because don't get me wrong, it's not exactly that I trust Mark Zuckerberg and his word that he's the good guy right now. He absolutely 100%. Facebook must have some kind of backdoor for the government to sneak in, and then, this friends with friends, then your bank account, and have you paid or not paid your taxes, or how many money are you getting, how many of this, how many are you. It's that simple. That's why. Well, there's still value in paying with cash, right? Paying with cash. And this was Biden or his puppet masters, and now Biden. Now we're talking about Biden. Biden approved this, and he also signs with the Los Angeles Talent Agency. You can imagine that he wants to write a book. That is the first step, right? That's what you do to make the actual to claim that you made your money. You make your money selling books, just like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders says, "How much? How did you make your money, Bernie? Oh, selling books." Selling books against capitalism. Selling books against capitalism. The guy sells books against capitalism, and that's how he has bought 3 houses. You understand the irony of it, because I find it baffling, the hypocrisy of that. But well, in his grift, it's legal. You can, it's legal. You can sell books about the benefits of socialism and how capitalism is so bad, and sell so many books that you can buy 3 houses. And I guarantee you, and that is the way how the Obamas, for example, try to, pretend that they got their money from their public speaking fees. I don't know how much does Obama charge for public speaking. 1 million. I'm pretty sure that Barry can command 1 million per speech easily, and Michelle could command like 600, 1,000, and 700,000. But I'm pretty sure that Obama can charge $1 million for a speech. I wouldn't be surprised. But Joe, and the books they have published. How many books have Michelle published? I don't know. It's we got our money from our speaking gigs, our books. Yeah, sure. That is a smoke screen. That is a smoke screen. So you think that President Biden is one of America's most respected and influential voices in national and global affairs, said Richard Lovett, co-chair of CAA. His lifelong commitment to public service is one of unity, optimism, dignity, and possibility. I threw up a bit inside my mouth. Sorry. We are profoundly honored to partner with him again. Can you please take Biden's balls out of your mouth now, please? And thank you. The talent agency also has ties to former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama. This is gross. This is just gross. I'm sure that he's gonna make good money from now on, but you know where the bad money, you know, the bad money can be as good for the Biden family as any other kind of money. And that's why he essentially pardoned everybody, but he didn't pardon himself. That's interesting. He didn't pardon himself. Fascinating. That's an interesting idea in there. Oh, Jenny, the OG, a book deal titled Biden, My Time, or maybe The O Biden Years, or Sleeping and a Sliding Biden. That says, yes, it's Joe Biden is ready to make some Hollywood deals. He signed today with Creative Arts Agency. What should his first movie role be? I don't know. I would say Attack of the Clones Part 2, because, well, how many Bidens are there? How many Bidens are there? I don't know. I lost count. I honestly lost count. And one of my most viral and popular videos of this new era, talking about U.S. politics, was that. As you know, the two official Biden videos, and you see two different people. What is this? How many Bidens are there? Not that I care, but it would be interesting if we see actual, justice on the Biden family. But I would like to know what you think about Biden's projects in the comments. Let me see. We cannot Biden. That's a good one, Teresa. We cannot Biden. They're spot on. See, make it a musical. Make it a musical and include Kamala. I have to include Kamala on that one. I'm sure that Zoe Saldana will be happy to interpret Kamala on that one. Because of reasons. Okay, let me see which is the other topic we have here for today. We're advancing so fast. We're going on so fast. We have still AOC. We have this. Let's see. Our next topic has to do with the Biden administration as well. We need to talk about the Biden administration. It's something that is so fresh. This is still so fresh, everything that has been happening, that happened with the Biden administration like this. Elon Musk just shared the Biden administration shifted billions of dollars, billions with a B, from helping Americans in need to facilitating illegal immigration. This is how bad it got. An NGO got paid, listen to this, an NGO got paid $600 million every 2 months, which is the same as $300 million every month, okay, to facilitate illegal immigration. Facilitate illegal immigration. Your money, instead of helping Americans, $600 million every 2 months. I spoke to a gentleman that works in DHS. He actually sends the electronic fund transfers. Let me repeat, $600 million of U.S. taxpayer money sent to an NGO every 2-3 months for illegal migrants. What the actual fuck is this? How it is? We are talking now. You understand how the United States is in such amount of debt, of all the money being invested where, when you could invest all that in infrastructure, when you could invest all on that in making America great again, making sure people get all the advantages they need as American citizens of every state, of every color, of every, I don't know, it's every opportunity for everybody with this money. But no, they had to use that for illegal migrants, because you know that way they wanted to, weaponize those migrants to turn the, let's say to tip the scale in their favor.
I'd like to ask Mr. Carroll, and anybody else would like to answer this, can you name some of these NGOs that have specifically taken these hundreds of millions of dollars and not used it to protect these children?
Catholic Charities, Youth and Family Services, Jewish Family Services. I spoke to a gentleman that works in DHS. He actually sends the electronic fund transfers, and I asked him, sir, tell me, who do you send, who are you responsible for, and how much is the largest check you cut? He said, I'm over Jewish Family Services, and I cut a check for $600 million. And I said,
a check?
Is that for like 3 years? And he told me, JJ, get in the game. That's 2 or 3 months, and it's renewable.
It's renewable. And well, Tom Homan is not amused, and he also is a bit pissed off with, let's say, the bureaucrats who don't want to cooperate with the deportation, the deportation that is ongoing, and it's going well. Breaking: border czar Tom Homan has indicated he may arrest Governor Murphy for knowingly harboring an illegal migrant. What's going on?
Let me read a headline to you. Chicago leaders encourage residents to exercise their rights in resisting Trump's deportation policies. The governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, basically admitted that he knew somebody that didn't have full documentation, that he was hiding over his garage.
But there's someone in our broader universe whose immigration status is not yet at the point that they are trying to get it to. And we said, you know what, let's have her live at our house above our garage. And
maybe he watched Argo and he was inspired by that movie.
And good luck to the feds coming in to try to get her.
Your comment on all of that?
I think the governor's pretty foolish saying what he said, because I got note of it, won't let it go, we'll look into it. And if he's knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien, that's a violation of Title 8 United States Code 1324. I would seek prosecution, or the secretary would seek prosecution. Ooh. So maybe he's bluffing. If he's not, we'll deal with that. And as far as suing sanctuary cities, well, get in line, because the Trump administration is going to do that already.
They're going to sue sanctuary cities. Maybe you want to stop being a sanctuary city. That will help you from being sued.
Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals.
Oh, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. That is this guy is direct. I like his style. I need to learn more from him.
Here's one example, right? If the young sanctuary cities in New York City, if they would have gave us over the killer of Laken Riley when he got arrested in New York City for endangering a child, he would have been in jail, and he would have never killed Laken Riley. Sanctuary cities are responsible for deaths of thousands of young children throughout my career, and we're going to sue him. We're going to hold him. And look, if he's got to go to the Supreme Court, that's what President Trump wanted to do. He will end sanctuary cities.
He will end sanctuary cities. That is music to my ears as well, because I certainly don't understand why sanctuary cities exist in the first place. Like the denomination, I don't mean that I'm going to wipe them like it was Tokyo in an anime. No, I mean the concept of sanctuary city. Why does it exist? Why does it apply to any city? And why San Francisco, of all cities, had to be the first one to become a sanctuary city? No, it's not a good thing.
You know, there was a 2011 Government Accountability Office study found 3 million.
Okay, we also have this. Damn, ICE is not messing around. ICE raided a residential neighborhood in Phoenix, Arizona. They used flashbang grenades and an armored vehicle equipped with a long battering ram. Okay, so they're going full RoboCop or Universal Soldier on illegals. I researched this and it's 100% real. What the F? Let's play this without sound. But these are the consequences. These are the consequences. How you combine both things, the sheer amount of money and resources, that have been destinated to what? To nonsense. I got tomorrow a very good list of all the nonsense that USAID has channeled overseas, and it's baffling. And all the things that have been in dire need inside the United States, all the ways that Americans could have benefited from this, and they decided let's weaponize this, let's weaponize all this, and let's bring more illegals. You know that Joe Biden literally left the door open, and you know that tyrants like Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela actually sent the worst criminals of the country to the United States because it was a win-win situation, right? I don't want those criminals in my jails or in my streets. It would be cheaper if I just send them to the border and they cross, and that is the United States problem right now. And since the door was open, well, those were the consequences. Really evil people. I don't think that Biden is going to include that in his book. Do you think that Biden is going to include all the cocaine fuel parties and all stuff? And oh my God, it's no, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that he's gonna go full vanilla. You understand the right that Americans have to be upset over all this, over all that was taken from them in these 4 years. It's baffling, the acceleration of the destruction of the United States. Now you understand what would have happened under 8 years under Kamala Harris. Now you get it. I know that my audience is intelligent. You know that you already knew it, but imagine 8 years under Kamala Harris. I would like to know what you think about 8 years under Kamala Harris in the comments, so that we dodge a bullet worldwide. We dodge a bullet worldwide. Oh my God, it was certainly a bullet dodged. Zelensky got 100 billion in cocaine. Well, no, how much is that in cocaine? You know, we could calculate the. Oh my God! I ran out of coffee. Sadly, you know when I get sad when I run out of coffee, because the next topic I need. Lord, give me strength. Who do you think I'm going to talk about right now? Who do you think? I plead the strength of 10 tigers to speak about the following character. Who do you think is coming right now? And I said, oh my God. No, this is part of the job. This is something that I have to man up. This is part of the job. Part of the job. Who do you think it's coming? Jenny knows. Jenny, you read my mind. You read my mind. Jenny just knew it. Jenny knows my shows very well. But it seems that AOC is on a campaign to make sure that the Democrat Party does not exist anymore from all the nonsense and all the rubbish that comes out of her mouth, because she has been in a quite deranged rant, a daily deranged rant, like for the past couple weeks. I'm not complaining. The only thing that it's a bit hard to be talking about her nonsense, but we need to put this in perspective so you can see. This lady is not well. No Democrats should be voting to advance Trump's nominees. So this I don't know if this is collusion, but let's hear it from the crazy lady herself. Let me just match this to the screen and let's go.
The Trump administration is currently trying to get their nominees approved and voted on. No Democrat should be voting to advance Trump's nominees while all of this stuff is going on.
What I would like to know, when she says all this stuff that is going on, what stuff does she refers to? Because you have to be specific, right? What is the stuff that is going on? You know, the actual nomination of this members of cabinet. I don't know.
There has to be a political price to pay, and we have a responsibility as a party to.
Well, I have to pay for this in neurons, in brain cells every time I listen to you. So yeah, there has to be some kind of price to pay for doing this.
To block everything that is happening while they're setting a literal match to the federal government and giving 19-year-olds classified access, potentially classified access to the U.S. Treasury Department. So we need to start blocking every single procedural advancement on the Senate side in order to do that. And we need to be a pain in the ass.
You are. You don't need to be a pain in the ass. You already are. Alexandria, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but AOC, you already are a pain in the ass. You don't have to practice for it. You don't have to study for it. You already embody the sentiment of being a pain in the ass. You are the personification of, if we had the definition in the dictionary, it will be your face, in black and white ink, and a portrait of AOC. This, a pain in the ass. Figure number 538. Yeah, that's spot on.
A pain in the ass. We have to stop playing nice in the Senate and block every damn thing that we can. Do not give votes to the.
Do not give votes, blah, 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 and she goes on a run. But then, you know that she sometimes I have to do this. I have to see things like this, like every day. And I will force you to watch this as well, to suffer with me, because I cannot suffer alone. I want to do that. I won't do this. Ibuprofen can get only so far. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Elon Musk, you know that she's in love with Elon Musk. She's in love with Elon Musk. When a woman is in love with a man so many times that she begins nagging him, that is, your typical Hallmark Channel plot. You know that, right? You know how things work in real life. It's not about swiping left and right. No, it's like you begin nagging them until he notices you, and you already know that. And yes, she's got that sparkle in her eyes when she speaks about Elon. Don't worry, AOC, your secret is safe with us. Elon Musk is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I've ever met or seen or witnessed. She's saying that the guy is dumb. Yeah, she's 100% in love with Elon Musk. Look at this.
This dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met.
You see, there's this glow. Well, maybe it's more like a crazy biatch glow. There's that mixture between crazy biatch and maybe for her, dumb billionaire is a term of endearment. Maybe this she's saying that with her way of projecting that love or manifesting that love. I don't know.
Seen or witnessed.
Oh, that laugh. Oh, yeah, I know that laugh. You know that laugh. You don't have to be a body language expert to know that this married lady has a huge crush on Elon Musk. Huge crush on Elon Musk. And well, maybe her, maybe her husband is a liberal and he's okay with that kind of stuff.
Which, you can probably even glean that from watching these people on TV. Anyways, all of that is to say is that they don't do their homework. Clearly, like, they're putting 19-year-olds in at the Treasury. This dude is not smart.
I could talk about so many brilliant minds from history who were not even 20 years old and did some great things. I'm pretty sure that if I have AOC face to face and I ask her, AOC, do you know whoever Este Galois was? She will not have a clue. Sadly, well, he passed away in a duel. He was killed in a duel very young, but yeah, that is proof that if you're dealing with the 0.00001%, it doesn't matter if they are 16-year-olds. They're gonna be brilliant, and in fact, they are not all of them are 19-year-olds. She says that as in, oh, that is something bad. But what if you're capable at what you do? But the problem is that no, that is not something that capable. No. You know that the left is all for DEI. Didn't earn it. So it doesn't mean it doesn't matter if you're capable or not. Capability, meritocracy. No. We don't talk that. We don't do that in here.
And the danger in the lack of intelligence and the lack of expertise.
The lack of intelligence. No, this is way too much. This is way too much.
That Elon has. I mean, this guy is one of the most morally vacant, but also just least knowledgeable about these systems that we really know of.
I'm gonna ask you just a question. What have you built in your life? You're just a fucking communist, AOC. You're a fucking communist. You don't build. You steal from others. That's what you do. That's what this scum like you do. Socialists, communists, what is the other name? I don't know. Marxists, all are the same shit, same fuck. They never create. They only criticize, they only destroy, they are only jealous of everything because they cannot build. They can only steal, destroy, and well, that's all that they can do. I'm going to still I'm cover her whenever she goes on these runs because I'm interested. I'm interested in her running in 2028. Yeah, go for it, AOC. Go for it. Go for it because she is the most vocal and most popular voice of the Democrats round. And with David Hogg in the chair of the DNC, I think that we have a bright future ahead. We have a very bright future ahead. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My God, yeah, this is fucking commie motherfuckers. It's the only way that I can express this. You remember that line from Once Upon a Time and in Hollywood? Fucking hippie motherfuckers. No, this is fucking commie motherfuckers. I have a meme like that somewhere. Maybe I can look for it very quickly. I don't know because it was an image. I don't know if I can. No, I can. I'm gonna look for that later. Maybe I can look for that later. Maybe we can take a break, a 1 minute break, while I look for it. Oh, I found it. I found it very quickly. I'm gonna show you because I know that I tweeted that at some point. I tweeted about that at some point, but I lost track of it. It's this one. This is the sentiment. This is the sentiment. They only destroy. They only criticize. They're envious. They're toxic. But well, they're also very fun to make memes. But there are other things that have been popping up. And among the things that have been popping up, let me see how many topics do we have left. You see that we had okay, make sure that. All right, we have the exact time for. I think we have the exact time for the 3 topics that are on the schedule. So from all that has been popping up, there's one thing that you should be aware of, is that the amount of DEI and how this is. You need to be aware. You need to be aware of the amount of infection of DEI on these U.S. government organizations and organisms. We see this, the General Service Administration Headquarters building and the 18F, what is called the 18F. What is this? So you go to the 18F and you're about to see how it was infected by the DEI parasite. The DEI, I see DEIA, DEI parasite. Let's take a look. And their website is quite, it's quite, I don't know, innocent. 18F knows how to work within government because we are already here. As federal employees, we don't have conflicts of interests, just dedication to your mission. And why do you state that you don't have any conflicts of interests right out of the gate? That is suspicious, right? But when you go below those funny and naive, very corporate, very LinkedIn-ish facade, you will find, trigger warning, the actual stuff going behind closed doors. And the actual stuff is not pretty to see. Just in case, 18F is a digital service agency within the United States government. It is part of the Technology Transformation Services Department under the General Services Administration. And so they are in charge of digital services. But what has been found in this government organization? Thanks to Luke Rosiak for this amazing thread, and he spilled all the beans here. Luke Rosiak deleted GSA's tech arm, a far-left agency that viciously subverted Trump during his first term, surrendered after an Elon Musk deputy took over. It deleted huge swaths of code dedicated to virtue signaling rather than mission, such as its inclusion bot that lectures staff. Oh, an inclusion bot. Somebody said, hey guys, just wanted to let you know this project was being grandfathered into the previous structure, and the inclusion bot, hey, wait a second. Our inclusive TDS culture is built one interaction at a time, and inclusive language is the foundation. This bot helps us practice our inclusive values here in TDS. Some of your message could be unintentionally non-inclusive. Here are some alternatives that might work better. Instead of saying grandfathered, how about included retroactively? Instead of saying guys, how about false? Fuck you, man. What is this? Why would you be screening everything that people say and correct them? You cannot say grandfather. You cannot say guys. Yeah, this is the nonsense that has to be eradicated from the face of the earth. Not only the United States, the earth. Federal government-wide computer office 18F, which to this day has a transgender flag as its logo, also deleted where its employee handbook instructed employees to explain what they look like at each meeting so blind people could know if there was sufficient racial diversity. I have been using the F word more than usual in this show, but it's I don't know. I don't have any way. I don't have any other way to convey this. Like what should I say? Oh, well, bollocks. Well, it's just a. I don't know what. I don't know in which way other way to put this. GitHub logs show it deleted how employees should only participate in events where there are no all-white or all-male panels. So if there is an all-white or all-male panel, then do not participate in there. Because in those panels, there is a code of conduct with an incident response plan, and participants have a place to share their pronouns. They should be able to share their pronouns, and ended racial segregation. That they wanted all the this word. There's a joke out there. There's a meme out there that you can insult a Latino, and we insult each other, and we are happy with that. But call us this, and we will be pissed off. We will punch you in the face, like right away, if you call us this. It's that simple. And yes, there are retards like John Leguizamo who use that term, and it's something that is you just have to be patient with it. Maybe he was dropped as a child, as a baby. 18F previously jeopardized the security of 1 million Americans by refusing to implement facial recognition for high security accounts because of racial equity, even though it was required. This went on even during the Trump administration, and they lied to agency heads about it, the OIG found. Also, TTS 18F has also changed its policy on hiring based on lived experiences to one based on merit principles, code different shows. So they have been just scrubbing what they had been doing. Now trying to save face. What did that diverse hiring mean in practice? The government tech arm turned into a coven of transgenders and queers hiring each other. This, because the support, the mutual support. This employee raised money from co-workers for a sex change and used an 18F template to track his goal of changing a penis for a pussy. I wish I was making this up, but here are the receipts. And this is Help Cordelia. Cordelia, yes. This is like, she looks like a Temu Carmen Sandiego. Cordelia void their gender warranty. What in the name of the Lord? And 3-month reflection. Goals for the last 3 months: turn a penis into a pussy. No, in fact, not. It's let's say it's not exactly your penis that is going to be turned into a pussy. Your pussy is going to be made of something that will stink. So let's talk about the actual thing. But let's go all manly here. Let's talk about the right stuff. No, your penis is going to be thrown in the trash. No, that I cannot call that a pussy. That I cannot call it. Your hole is gonna be made. If you don't know what a transgender hole is made of, do not. I ask you, I implore you, do not Google it. Just remain in blissful ignorance. Remain in blissful ignorance. You don't have to know what is that hole made of. And that's my recommendation. And more of 18F's totally merit-based and non-partisan employees, and you know that they have the physiognomy. The physiognomy is spot on. What else? In 2016, 18F tech employees plotted to defy Trump and said they uphold our diversity practices, continually improve them, and spread them throughout government, and they did, subverting him for years. Trump 2.0, they are broken and surrender. Lots more. And more. And more. One more. 18F was so anti-RTO that it prohibited office employees from holding in-person meetings because it might make remote employees feel othered. Oh, you are a remote employee. I don't want you to feel othered. Yeah, that's fucking gay shit. PPS, I guess, I don't know if the they-thems were hiring each other. There are some he-hims there that might have been collecting them. Why are we talking about people? This has to stop. We are so close for this to stop. We are so close for this to stop altogether. I would like to know, what do you think about this? I already see your comments and I know what you think, but I want to know what do you think about this in the comments, because oh my God, today has been extra rough. That's what she said, or whatever. Well, we have a couple more topics in the chamber, and one we are talking about nonsense. And since we were talking about the Biden family and criminals in general, we need to talk about the initiative from Nayib Bukele of El Salvador, that he has already confirmed that he has offered the United States of America the opportunity to outsource part of its prison system. We are willing to take in only convicted criminals, including convicted U.S. citizens. This is not only for illegals. This is not only for the Tren de Aragua from Venezuela. No, this is for convicted criminals, convicted American criminals as well, into our mega prison, CCOT, in exchange for a fee that, according to his words, and I'm sure that it's like that, it's going to be very cheap for the United States, but be very well. This is going to be your inmates if you sent to El Salvadorian prison. It's going to be so lovely. They look friendly. I think that maybe they attend drawing classes and they practice on each other. I don't know. Maybe drawing is part of their pastime, perhaps. They look nice. If you're an illegal, I suggest that you self-deport. I suggest that you self-deport as quickly as possible, because you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here because this stuff has been really effective. They have put all the gang members of El Salvador, people who have done like heinous stuff, like the worst stuff that you can imagine, in this sort of Alcatraz-like, it's not an Alcatraz, but it's a heavily guarded prison in which, let's say that they won't see the light of day again. So yeah, you see a nice tour of the facilities. It is so nice. You take your shoes off. Maybe it's kind of Japanese, and this is the armory. I remember the Matrix. And yeah, you will be detained. I think this is a nice business. As I'm telling you, it's not like you're just going to give something to a country. Oh, we are going to send money to El Salvador. No, it's not like that. We have an exchange. We pay El Salvador for some fee, right? And they create more jails like this. And at the same time, they receive the illegals that we cannot detain at the border, and we certainly cannot release inside, the catch and release thing, that you catch illegals and you release them into the United States. This is the most stupid thing. We have seen so many stupid ideas today in this show, but that is another stupid idea. Who came up with that? Who came up with that? Catch and release people into the United States. No, you catch them, and since you will not be able to detain them in the United States, you fly them. If the countries don't want to accept them, you fly them to this prison. So if you are an illegal and you have the idea that, let's say, that is the hole where you can take some sun. You're inside of the cell. Maybe there's the little tiny hole where you can get some vitamin D. Well, you can imagine all the vitamin D that you're going to get in prison. It's a lot, but not from the sun. That's a given. But I strongly suggest, if you're American, you better behave. And if you're an illegal in American soil, you self-deport. Because if by any chance your country doesn't want to receive you, or meanwhile, the paperwork can be long, maybe you can be sent here to take some drawing classes and inking classes. Maybe they want to become comic book artists, and that's why they got so many ink in their bodies. They practice on each other. Maybe I don't know. It looks so nice at the same time. Maybe it's a nice experience. It's something that can reform you if you have misbehaved in some way or another. If you're a criminal, let's fast forward this. Oh no, but I'm just an illegal. I'm not a criminal. I'm just enter the country illegally again. I need to repeat this? Do I need to repeat this? Maybe they can have a library when you can study U.S. laws, and maybe you. Oh, I just found the part which says that I was committed a crime in the United States, and that's why I was sent to this Salvadorian prison. Now everything makes sense. Now everything makes sense. The question that remains is, do they have Netflix in here? Because it's not only that you need a prison to, let's say, reform people. You sometimes need to, let's say, use some kind of resources, you put all this woke programming on Netflix, and you sit people like a Clockwork Orange, and you open their eyes, and you put them to watch Netflix slop for hours. I'm pretty sure that they will be reformed. They will become woke as fuck, but I'm sure that they will not commit a crime anymore. They're not getting out anyways. But best cooperation between countries that I can imagine. El Salvador can have the jails. The United States has the criminals that he wants to send there. Oh, look at those. How lovely sunset. What a lovely sunset. That is a sunset that you will not watch ever again, because you will be in perpetual inking classes and taking your full vitamin D dosage at night. Yeah. Oh no, no. That is, I think this is against the Geneva Convention, Michael. Make them watch Ellen. No. That is against the Geneva. How I should ban you. How can you suggest something like that? No, man. We could make them watch Meghan Markle's cooking show. Yeah, we could make them watch Meghan Markle's show. But again, great idea. Let's see. Let's take a look at your future friends. Nice. They look like nice chaps. Can you imagine? Are you're gonna? This is your seventh rewatch of the entire season of Meghan Markle's cooking show. No, that also should be borderline Geneva Convention. No, that is inhuman. That is inhuman. Selena should visit her people there. Oh, my people. We need a montage of Selena crying with these guys in the background. We need a montage like that. But again, I would like to know, what do you think about this exchanges, this international exchanges in the comments? I think that they are quite, win-win. Art of the deal, baby. Art of the deal. Let me see the live chat. Oh my God, it has been an amazing show. And what's more, we still have one topic in the chamber. I've been 9 topics today. 9 of them has been overkill. But if everything goes well, we will be able to go through 9 topics every single day, because I want to break my effing record. Because records are meant to be broken. Records are meant to be broken. So, we are here, and we need to address not only the insanity of the world, but the people who are fighting against that insanity. And one of those people is J.K. Rowling, that you know that she has been on this crusade against the, let's say, the T insanity. You know that the TQ has already been excised from the LGB, and now we have a very interesting, let's say, ad that I wanted to show you. Because, well, she retweeted that, and it is worthy of a watch. This is very worthy of a watch. In this case, it's not about the T and the Q, but it's more about men in women's sport. Let's watch this.
Riley Gaines and Sia Leahy are in hot water over their transphobic comments, and I just gotta say, who cares if biological males play in women's sports? Just be inclusive.
Could not agree more. This is just a bunch of fear-mongering from right-wing bigots.
Gonna say it, she's a bigot.
She's been a massive distraction on our team with her hate-filled rhetoric. Sia is not inclusive. And males invading women's sports isn't even a problem, as far as I'm concerned.
These female athletes just need to work harder.
And not blame others for their lack of success. Transphobe. As the captain, Sia is very much responsible for these boycotts, which have cost her team a playoff bid.
Guess we'll see how Sia handles all that pressure tonight.
The truth fits. This is just awesome. An awesome piece of this is cinema. You know that like the meme says, this is cinema. I'm gonna play it again, unmute as I speak on top of that. Is that you see that all the effort that goes into being in the top of the world at a sport. I guess sports are that's what they are meant to be. And that is part of the things that we need to, let's say, readjust in our world nowadays that we didn't imagine, I don't know, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that we could somehow see men in women's sports. Oh, what is a man? Oh, what is a woman? This is all that nonsense. How can that be a question? And that is the level of gaslighting that the world, the Western world, it's more that the Western world has been subject to in, I would say, the past couple decades. We could say even the past couple decades. This is not really not something new, because you know that we could say, oh, no, this has been only the past 5 or 6 years. No, if we have seen that in the past 5 or 6 years, it's because it has been more notorious in the past 5 or 6 years. But the seed must have been much earlier than that. So the seed at some point infected so many people that they say, oh, it's not a big deal. Why there are no... Even this guy that I despise him with a passion. This what is his name? The astrophysicist. I always forget his name. I really don't care about remembering his name. Tyson. What is Neil deGrasse Tyson, who has dedicated his career. I wouldn't say destroy his career, because I really don't care about his career, his credibility. He has dedicated what was left of his credibility, that he lost everything, to say that, oh, there's no big deal. There's not a real difference between XX and XY, and it boils down to testosterone. If the testosterone levels, and we know reality. We know the reality about this. We know what is true about this. We don't need an explanation from washed out astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson to tell us that, oh, no, yeah, men shouldn't be in women's sports. But then again, we needed this. I think that this happens every once in a while for humanity in general. We need to be exposed to certain levels of insanity to remember that common sense is something that is that we need to fight for. We need to fight for common sense. If we don't fight for common sense every day, every year, eventually a mind virus can just infect the world. So we need to fight back. We need to fight back all this nonsense. Even if those figures, they pretend to have some kind of scientific credibility, and from their grandstanding and from their insanity try to convince us or something that simply is not. That is the way to say this. It is not. There's no other way to say that. Men cannot participate in women's sports. And if anybody comes out of the woodwork and says that, oh, but there are exceptions if you have this. Yeah, there are exceptions, but ultimately, if you're an exceptions, because there are exceptions, okay? Not exceptions in the sense that you will have an exception, you will be a male that can compete in women's sports. No, you were born in a fringe way between the two sexes. There's a problem with your chromosomes. I don't care. I don't know. You still need to face the reality. The reality is that, at least when it comes to chromosomes, we're talking about XX and XY. Oh, but what about those who are XXY? And what about those? Case by case basis, most probably you will not be able to compete with XX. That should be the final verdict. Keep men in men's sports, keep them away from women's sports, from women's spaces, from women's restrooms, for everything that pertains to the safety and all the rights of women. Because this is about safety and rights. This has been taken away from women, and the good thing is that we are giving them back that safety. It's gonna take a bit of a time because the woke mind virus is strong, but I'm sure that we can be stronger than that. And I, for one, I will keep being a voice of reason about this. So I still would like to know what you think about this in the comments, but I already see your comments. I know that, well, you agree. You agree with all this is completely nonsensical. Nonsensical. We have lost a generation of kids, sadly, Northern Lights. You're right. You're right. Let me read your super chats. Read your super chats that you have sent. 60th sent a super sticker. Thank you, 60th. I appreciate that. Leslie McDonald sent a super chat. Thank you, Leslie. And Leslie is also a member. If you want to become a member of my channel and attend my members only live streams where I edit my shows, and we have a more let's say close conversation with only my members. You can become a member hitting the join button right next to the subscribe button on YouTube. Also, Jada Z sent a super chat. Thank you, Jada. Appreciate that. And Linda Lane as well. Thank you for speaking the truth. My pleasure. I will keep speaking the truth whenever I can and whenever it's needed, and it will always be needed because common sense is more important than ever, because it has been attacked systematically to gaslight us into a submission of something that is taking the rights out of everybody in the name of what? In the name of destruction. But that's what my show is about. And remember that you can support my show just liking, subscribing. All these topics, I will edit them into subtopics, sub videos that you can watch independently and also share them with your friends and family. If you liked what you saw today, it would be a pleasure if you share my content, if you share my videos with your friends and family, and help spread the word and make Jesus Nation bigger and better every day. And I will make sure to be better and better and make the best possible shows for you. My Bottle Language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Bottle Language guy. Until we meet tomorrow in episode 75, episode 75 tomorrow. Remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.